Hello everyone, this is Eli Cohen, MisterMedia, and sorry that you see me from the side, but since my studio microphone is connected all to the system, I'm recording this with my video camera since I tried to screen capture this with my computer, but it could not hold everything, including all the plugins and all the sounds and everything, the Cubase and everything else, and including the screen capture. So let's go to my Cubase 8 elements, and let me explain first. I have some crazy chains that I've created with Waves plugins, and I want to show you. Now, everything started with my son, 8-year-old son, which he asked me to play the playback for his classroom to sing the song of Yoni Roe, Chaverim. The song is a fabulous song, so let's listen to the solo part of it. Okay, the solo part, so we can compare the sound. Okay, it's about from here. Okay, so as you can listen, the sound is a very, very, very richful sound, very deep bass, and very sharp and crispy bouzouki, and the drums, the mixdown is superb. So, let's go to my Cubase. As I said, this is Cubase Elements 8. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, now as I said before, I'm doing this with my video camera since my computer could not hold up all the plugins that I have, and you'll see in a minute the crazy chains that I have, and I'll explain what I have created here. Okay, let's do this. Okay, better sound with the microphone. Now, I'll bypass all the plugins, especially the master. Let's bypass it all. Here, put it aside, and let's start with the bass. Okay, this is the bass guitar bypassed as I play this from the module from the Halion synth. Okay, from the Halion synth, the Halion Sonic. I've created 3 different outputs. I've sent the bass guitar to output number 2. The chorus electric guitar to output number 2. I sent the bass guitar dry finger bass, which is a preset, to output number 3, and the rest of the instruments to the main output. Let's say that we're shooting. Yes, we're shooting. Okay, so let's start with the bass. Let's solo it. Where's the mixer? Here. Let's solo the bass, go to the beginning, and listen to the bass as is. Okay, it's a very nice basic bass guitar. Now, the first plugin that I put on the bass guitar is the Kramer electric guitar. Okay, the Kramer guitar stereo. Now what I've done is with very minimum compressor. Here, let's put it on. Minimum compressor, some treble, and a lot of mid. Increase a little bit the sensitivity to 5 and the output also to 5. And I put it on lead. No effects at all. Effects is to minimum, depth is to about 16, no flanger of course, no reverb, delay is set to 138, and delay mix is closed, so irrelevant what the delay is. Now let's listen to the bass with and without the Kramer effect. Okay, now it is bypassed. On. And again. Bypassed. And again. on. Okay, as we can hear, the Kramer effect, the Kramer guitar stereo, okay, the electric guitar Kramer stereo adds a little bit of sharpness to the bass and the high edges. Okay, now the next effect that I've added is a compressor. The built-in compressor. The built-in, here, there it is. I'll put it here. The built-in compressor that comes with the Steinberg Cubase Elements 8. I put it to threshold to -10, ratio 4:1, soft knee, no makeup gain at all. The attack is 1, hold for 50 milliseconds, release automatic, and analysis to 80, and I click the live button. Now, let's play the bass with the compressor and without it. And let's put the effect on. Just a very tiny compression. Again, no compressor. And with compressor. We can hear that the compressor adds a little bit of click to the sound. Now, the next, let's close. Now, the next one is the Tone Centric stereo. I put it to about 49.6%, just about half the way. And let's listen to the bass with the tones, without the Tone Centric and with the Tone Centric. Let's start without it. Now it is bypassed. With and without. Again. As we can hear, the Tone Centric adds fatness to the sound, rich fat sound, and it preserves the high end that we've added with the Kramer guitar and with the compressor. Now, the last one on the bass chain is the R-Bass stereo. Okay, let's close. By the way, as you can see, it's on 0 dB and 0 dB. I didn't change anything, just put it to about 50%, and it makes the bass richer. Now, the last one is, as I said, let's put it here, the Renaissance bass. Okay, it's set to almost to its default 0 dB. Yeah, that's a lot. And -3 to prevent distortion, to prevent clipping. Now, let's hear the bass without it and with it. First, let's start with without. And with. Extremely fat bass. And without. And with. Okay, now let's bypass all the effects and play the full playback with the bass in its place. Okay, the bass, let's put the bass in its position. It wasn't -3 dB, it was -9 dB. And let's play the playback, the full playback with the bass. First, all the effects are bypassed, and then the effects will be played. And I've bypassed also the master chain, which is very important, but we'll come to it later. Bypassed. Bypassed. And on. And again, 2, 3. Bypassed. Very thin, presence-less bass. And again. very fat, full presence bass. Alright, now let's go to the electric guitar. Let's move on. The electric guitar. Here is the electric guitar. Also, I've added 4 inserts. I put a chorus, again, tone centric, Kramer guitar stereo, and flanger. Let's bypass them all and play the guitar in solo. It's minus 16 dB so that we can hear anything. Let's put it to 0 dB. This is the guitar as coming out from the Halion synth. Plain, flat. Now, let's add the chorus. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Plain chorus. And on. Plain chorus guitar. Now let's add the tone centric, which is set to 52.3%. And fat guitar. Without it. And on. The next effect in the chain is the Kramer guitar, which changes the sound dramatically. Okay, let's play the guitar without the Kramer stereo and then we'll add it. This is without it. And again, without and with. Now, the sensitivity is lower, it's about minus 8.4. The effects is set to 58.5. Compression, full, maximum compression. Okay, maximum compression. It's set to rhythm 2 setup. Treble is set to 55.5, mid is set to 53.9, and the output is lowered a bit to minus 4. And I've added the verb mix to 66, delay to 138, and delay mix is set to 66.5. And let's listen to it again with and without the Kramer guitar. This is with. And without. Again with. And the last piece in the chain is the flanger. It is set to Rhodes preset because I wanted a little bit of sort of wah-wah, but very, very gentle. So let's listen to the guitar without and with the flanger, so we have the whole chain in order and working. This is without. On. And without. All right. Now let's listen to the guitar. Let's listen to the guitar in the mix in the proper position, minus 16 dB as it was. Okay, let's exit the solo mode and listen to the guitar again with effects. Again, let's enter edit mode. Let's listen to the guitar bypassed, no effects, in the playback in its proper position, and then we'll add all the chain to the guitar. It is bypassed. The guitar is very weak, and All right. Now let's go to the solo part of this song. Now instead of the bouzouki, since I don't have the bouzouki sound, I use this fabulous plugin called Banjodoline, okay, and I use the number 4, the tremolo octave, which on stereo, 2 parts and 2 voices. Okay, let's put it back in here. And what I have created, what I've done more is one more chain on the master bus, on the stereo output. I use the chainer, the stereo, okay, the Studio Rack stereo mode, and I've chained 3 effects, 3 waves. I've chained the R bass stereo, the E Kramer guitar on the master bus, yep, and also the Tone Centric. So let's listen to the whole playback as it is first, with the effects are bypassed as it was until now. Now let's add the R bass. The R bass on the master bass adds more fatness to the bass guitar and to the drums, to the bass drum and to the snare drum, to the tom-toms, of course. Okay, now let's add the Kramer. This was the changing point of this playback when I've added the Kramer guitar to the stereo, to the master bass. Let's listen what happens now. Now it's bypassed. Listen to the mandolin. Listen to the mandolins, especially what happens to them when I switch on the Kramer guitar. Okay, let's go back. Now it is bypassed. And bypassed. Bypassed. Again. Let's go back. Now let's listen to the mandolins on solo. Okay. This is the mandolins with the Kramer guitar bypassed. And bypassed. Again. We can hear what happens to the mandolin sound. It sounds really real. Now, let's listen to the drums, to the drums track. Okay, I'm using the Steinberg Groove Agent, okay, with the Init Studio Kit. Let's listen to the drums. The drums are here, Groove Agent, solo. This is with the Kramer on, and let's bypass, and without the R bass too. Now it is flat, as it is. R bass, fat snare drum, and the Kramer guitar. Listen to the hi-hat and the cymbals, the overhead. Now, the settings is the sensitivity is set to 0 dB. The compression, very little bit, is set to 20. Effects set to 22.4. Reverb, the verb mix is 12.9. Delay is set to 138, and delay mix is set to 61. Treble centered to 50. Mid centered to 50, and the output is centered to 0 dB. And the last piece in the chain is the Tone Centric on the master bus. Let's listen to the whole playback, what happens when we switch on the Tone Centric. Bypassed. And bypassed. And again. On. Okay, so in this demo reel, we listened to 4 effects, some chains, and as I told you, I put many chains. Maybe it's a little bit fatter. The mixdown has to be still polished, but the main thing was to demonstrate the power of the Kramer guitar, what it does to the drum tracks. I don't know if Waves intended it to be used on the drums or maybe on the full playback, and the Tone Centric on the whole playback, and of course on the guitar. It's fattening the guitar, and it's really fattening the bass guitar. So once again, this is Eli Cohen, MisterMedia. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please comment below and subscribe to my channel. And if you like these plugins, okay, go to Wave, try them, and if you like them, buy them. And good luck to you all, and make good sounding music. This is Eli Cohen, MisterMedia. Bye bye, everyone. Where's the camera remote? Oh, there it is. All right. Bye bye.